Alright.
Oh,
Aztecs. Oh. I love that. Check out the latest tech news from Aztec. Alright, I'm super excited for this. For those of you who don't know, I love Aztecs.
but you're gonna be sad then happy.
Eagle Runner Knight Rangers. No! No! But they're not gonna be as broken anymore. How can they do that?
Well, I mean,
Jaguar
you'll see.
Increased 215 from 205. Who gives a shit? It took away my resistance on Eagle Runners. Okay.
I mean, you'll see.
Legendary Automaton Slingers now grants +1 attack range. Legendary Coyote Runners hit point increased to 60 up from 50. Cool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Gives them a little bit of extra in-game utility.
This will be sad. You'll see. Some of it's sad, some of it's good.
Automaton Slinger Combat. Damage and hit point improvement increased to 20% from... Thank God! This was the most useless fucking card in the game. Because it was age 4 locked, 10% upgrade to a unit that doesn't even have 10 base attack.
What if we had a worse version of Boyars, but age 4?
yeah, basically. 5 villagers removed from... Oh.
Yeah.
5 Priest of Exilton. Okay, so this is the H2 Jaguar card in Warship combat. Effect update to improves your Warchief in combat. Warrior Priests are more effective at the community plaza. That's so cool. Plus 20% Warrior Priest effectiveness. So that brings them up to 2.4 villagers, if I'm not mistaken, equivalent to in dancing.
That's your wheelhouse, buddy.
Okay.
Better. They're better.
It's 2.4 villagers. So Warrior Priests are just less than 2.5 villagers worth of dancing now with this card. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna put this in so many of my decks now. I'm all for this. Like, honestly, the Jaguar Prowler Knights in H2 weren't they were fun, but they weren't that good. And this gives High Priest of Exultant a hell of a lot more utility. And it also leans more, this gives me way more reason to send it, which will want me to, once again, lean more into the Warchief stuff, you know. Because the Warchief is, like, the best part of Aztec. Alright, Great Temple of Plex. I can never pronounce some of these names, man. Tezcatlipoca support. Age 4. Now grants plus 50% attack and hit points to pet Jaguars up from 35%. Fuck yeah! I've always been a proponent that the Jaguar card is good, now it's even better. They just get an Imperial upgrade. Alright, Great Temple of Quetzalcoatl. I actually do know how to pronounce that one. Jaguar Prowler Knight damage and hit points improvement increased 20 from 15. That's what it was originally. You guys never should have reduced it in the first place. Okay, so it really looks like they're trying to make Jaguar Prowler Knights more useful. Which, I mean, Eagle Runner Knights are still going to be the anti-cav meta. And the anti-heavy infantry meta. It's not going to change that.
Doesn't really change your weaknesses to skirms either, so... I think it improves Aztecs, but you still kind of have that, like, long-term weakness to skirms.
Mm-hmm. Temple of Kotliku support now grants Air Knights plus 10% siege resistance. So, yeah, now that they go from plus 20% attack to plus 20% attack and plus 10% siege res. So they're going to be even better against artillery than they were before. My god.
Yeah, it's a nice little, because I mean the card was kind of you know, like I mean it was good. But
oh no, I always added this card. Like it's such a good bonus to the Air Knights.
Yeah, but if you're Aztecs in your late game, you're just spamming ERK till. So, but with the nerf, you know, this again, I think they did a good job of rounding out the Civ, from what I can see.
All right, I'm really happy about this one right here because ever since Medicine Wheel, I've always felt like the Warrior Priests don't feel as special for Aztec, but like with their high base and then adding this, like this makes them really good again. So I'm all about that. It gives Aztec their unique mechanic back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite 1000 coin increased to 1300. Cool, sure, why not? I never sent that anyways, not gonna lie. British. Sir, do you see Roger's Rangers? I don't get it.
Rogan? Correctus.
I don't get it.
Stubada. Okay, well, some people in the chat or your comments might actually get that one. It's a reference.
Okay. Rocket now inflicts. They buffed rockets?
Yes.
Why? They were already an S tier unit. Because they're like one of the only heavy, like super heavy artillery units in the game that don't have a negative multiplier against hussars.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Longbow range attack reduced to 16 from 17. Okay, yeah, sure. That's somewhat significant, you know, considering their attack speed is 1.5. That's essentially reducing them from 34 to 32 attacks. So I'm all for that. Longbowmen have like stupid high base attack as it is. They should not have that much attack with that much range. In addition, you know. Thin red line, so yeah, I'm filling out this one. Infantry speed decrease reduced to 10% from 25. Hit point improvement remains unchanged. Okay, so everybody and their grandmothers is going to be sending that home. Okay, cool.
Yep. I mean, it does take the concrete out of their shoes, but yeah, because, you know, British Musk wasn't powerful enough.
No longer replaces the Longbowman cards with Ranger cards. Okay, so after sending Waters Rangers, you can still send Longbows. You just can't train them anymore, right? Oh, this technology now also replaces Longbowmen training with Rangers.
In Age 4.
Okay, in Age 4, there it is.
It just cleans up the split that you can now put the, you know, when they kind of added on the Rangers is like a tech path. You know, this is just kind of cleaning stuff up.
Guard Pikemen and Imperial Pikemen, these upgrades are no longer available by default due to the absence of the Royal Guard upgrade.
Right, Brits.
So they took away Guard and Imperial Pikes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, a minor change. If there's any treaty players, maybe that'll affect the balance of Brits and treaty, but otherwise.
The Inventor, Age 4 Politician, removed. New, the Black Duke. This new Imperial Age Politician delivers 6 drummers. What do drummers do? They just increase movement.
They're the Hanoverian drummers. They increase, I think, yes, unit speed, and then they also can spawn units? No, that's only through the native tech.
Interesting.
But yeah, they're nice.
Whale Oil card replaced by Team Whale Oil. That's interesting. 9 Cherokee Allies card replaced with 7 Hanover Allies. Oh, cool. They're trying to update like these. I fully agree with this.
I would just basically, like, with some of these, just speed through them, but they're changing a lot of the kind of basic cookie cutter native text with now the new filled out options.
This one's significant though. 6 Elmeti replaced with 8 Jet Lancers. That's huge.
That's pretty cool.
That's a huge nerf to Brits. Oh my god. New. Okay, so yeah. Oh, they added 9 Irish Brigadiers to Brits. That's interesting.
Well, because remember, the whole card got shipped.
No wonder this update took 2 months to come out. My god.
Yeah.
I might split this into 2 videos, in all honesty.
You might be, like, you know, we'll try to slam this out maybe at once, and then, like, I would chop it into 2. But the smartass in me is going to point out that I guess China is perfectly balanced, so...
Okay, a chopstick is a big weapon for a miniature soldier. That's kind of funny. Units and buildings. Fighting pikemen now gains... Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. Fire junk train time increased to 15 seconds from 10. Okay, that's fair.
And as a China main, like, I really think China is in a really solid spot. It's very powerful. These other civs definitely needed a lot of the buffs, I think, to get to a comparable level, but it's a pretty well-designed civ. It could probably use some slight nerfs here and there, but the devs are pretty happy with China. So now you can sarcastically say, if you're a fellow China main, like, guys, I guess the civ is fair.
Dutch. If the banks are closed, we recommend you trying paying some historical scenes. It's very relaxing. Remove 50 food from starting crates. Oh, that's going to slow down my my P-Tard rush a little bit.
It's a new civ. This is no longer Dutch. This is the Dooch.
The Dooch?
The Dooch, and they're a bit different.
Okay.
You will see.
Bank. Reverted bill XP to 280, up from 210, and kill XP to 140, up from 105. Envoy inflicts minus 50% damage versus heroes and villagers in the exploration age. Thank you. Specified in the unit tooltip that this benefits from villager upgrades. Oh, cool. Settler. This unit is now called Merchant for the Dutch to do justice to its unique coin costs, coin gather rates, and build limit. Unit visuals and portrait updated. Oh, that's so cool! I like flavor changes like this. I've always been a fan. Why does that say 8 coin per second?
It's funny. Somebody else pointed that out. It's because it's gathering from a crate.
Okay.
Don't worry. Nothing that crazy is coming. Anyone that's just had a heart attack, wheel yourself back from oblivion. Also, though,
I'm a big fan of like little flavor stuff like this.
Right, but the envoy rushers, you know who you are. I'm just saying. Just you know who you are. You've been watched. I'm
not gonna go over too many of like these Carib Allies cards, right?
Oh.
Okay, but this is a new card here. Piece of Munster. Ships 1 envoy, allows your envoy to build trading posts and military product. Oh, that's cool.
Now you can build a cheeky racks in the back. The Dutch Rush is back on the table.
No kidding. Team House of Nassau, formerly Team Cheap Market Improvements, now also provides a market wagon and correctly reduces the cost of all exploration age market technologies. Cool.
This is crazy. Imagine this with Italy.
Yeah, right, but it's not Italy. I was thinking the same thing with Hamiltonian economics. Imagine Hamiltonian economics with Italy.
Right, but remember, this is a team. This is a team card.
Oh, it is a team card. You're right. Oh, that's really cool, actually.
Same thing with buffing France, which France also has a new team card. So,
all right,
quite the interesting combo.
Dutch paintings, age 1, infinite resource exchange card, converting coin into equal amounts of food. Sure.
Treaty, probably.
10 halberdiers, 11 halberdiers, removed from home city. Ouch. New 17 providences. Ships 1 halberdier for each military production building you own, up to 17. New Flemish Revolution. Oh, interesting. Is this a card? Yeah, it is a card.
Yes.
700 of each resource. All your villagers join the rebellious Flemish militia and turn into halberdiers. Ooh, a halberdier revolt. That could be fun. I like halberdiers, and Dutch have really good halberdiers. Belgium.
It's all in, but
it's all in, but you're not getting shitty revolutionaries. You're getting like Dutch's Royal Guard unit that has like speed increase cards and shit. Oh, wait, no, this is an age 3 revolt. Oh, I just realized that.
Correct. Well, it gets kind of funnier because there's another revolt. So, Mexico had the corner on, Omega revolting lulls. Looks like Dutch are following suit a bit.
New Belgian Revolution, age 4. All your halberdiers pick up arms and turn into revolutionaries. What the fuck is this? You could revolt into Flemish and then get your Flemish to revolt into Belgians. This is Mexico, right? All over again. You're right.
With extra steps, right?
Okay, they added Irish Brigadiers, Bosniaks, and mounted riflemen to the home city, and then added some other stuff. Okay, technologies. The Inventor, age 4 politician. What does the Inventor do in age 4? Because it's being removed for everybody, it looks like.
I think it just did the weird stuff, balloons and whatnot. I think it was one of those rare ones.
That was age 2.
Or age 5, I think, did the balloon. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it gives you the tank if you're Italy.
Yeah, it does give you the tank if you're Italy, if you have the card sent. New, the Royalist, age 4 politician. This new Imperial age politician delivers 17 line infantry. Very cool. Ethiopians, the new Crossroads. Trade routes or route your enemies. Trading routes. Influence no longer available at the trade route until stagecoaches research. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Poor Ethiopia. I actually kind of like playing Ethiopia ever since I started doing that fuck Sweden build order.
Yeah, the African civs have been over-designed for a long time, and, it'll be interesting now that when I say over-designed, before people yell at me, just comparative to some of these older European civs, now that the European civs have all these options, African civs received a lot of cuts, I think everything's a little bit more in line. Balance-wise, remains to be seen. Everything's going to be up in the air, but definitely like the wealth of options, the gaps are a lot closer now. But still, Ethiopia had some pretty lame stuff like the Aben.
Yeah, Oven. A unit may now only be healed by one Oven at a time. Oh, thank God. that needed to change. That needed to change.
That was just cheesy, especially with some of the more heavier Merc and or Explorer options. Like, thankful. Very thankful for this.
One thing I'm actually hoping they revert is, I don't really like that. I don't really play a whole lot of Ethiopia and Hausa, and I thought this change was bullshit even before I started playing Ethiopia, but I really don't like that their explorers don't shadow tech until age 4. Even if they do have the fealty aura, it just seems lame, you know.
You know, I
always thought that I always thought that like getting the super powerful explorer build in H2 was supposed to be like a core part of the Civ, because you know me, I love explorers. You know?
Right, and you know, I also don't love when 3k HP explorers run into me. Japan has the Shogun, and that's enough. That's all we ever need of that level. It was, you know.
At least the Ethiopia ones can't train artillery, though.
Yes, this is true. You know, but is that the standard? If the standard is, well, it wasn't as broke as Japan's thing, you're still probably over the curve just a bit. So I agree, and you know, if you look at the other Ethiopian changes, though, you're gonna like the Aroma Warrior.
Okay, that's cool because the Aroma Warrior was kind of lame. All right, Guess Kenya. Maximum fire rate boost when near enemies reduced to 2.65 from 2.5. This bonus now properly described in the unit's tooltip. Cool. Aroma Warrior. This unit has been reworked into a heavy hand cavalry unit with a charged musket attack. Thank God. Like the Hack Pellet archetype has no use trying to cross with the Cuirassier archetype.
Ooh, foreshadowing. Continue.
Okay, 39 range attack. That's pretty cool. 34 damage at 1 speed. What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. At 1 speed?
Yep. It's a big beefy boy.
It's a big damage boy. This is like Cuirassiers, but with less HP and way more focus on damage.
And I think that's what the devs had always intended, but we know that we had the weird, awkward aroma of literally yesterday, which just had no purpose.
Yeah. Alright, Book of Azum. Now reads, slightly increases Aubin healing range and build limit, but Aubins may no longer gather from mountain monasteries. Interesting. Good, they'll stop pinging Insider villagers.
Yeah, that's obnoxious, I'm sure.
And Solomonic Dynasty. Now only affects enemy infantry and cavalry. I don't know what that card is.
It debuffs stuff around it, so like now it doesn't debuff artillery in particular.
Okay. Cards. Prize Bowl, Big Benny, is now worth 750 food, up from 700, and can fatten to 900. No change. Cool. Slight buff to Big Benny. 12 Sudanese allies, now sends 10 dervishes. Okay. They just changed the unit and the number. An infinite 1 Sebastopol mortar now costs 600 influence after the first time it is shipped, but remains free to ship the first time. As if Sebastopol mortars needed more nerfs, you know.
Yes, well. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But okay, French, you need to take a deep breath, dude, because this is no longer French.
Okay.
This is, Francais. This is an entirely new Civ.
Did you also hear those loud noises of battling grenadiers and revolting something-somethings? Why fight? Let them eat
Sans-culottes.
I've heard it both ways.
Yes, the sans-culottes. Yeah, this is,
Courier to ball train faster. That's interesting. Code Napoleon. Reduce the building cost increase to 25%, down from 50. What was the other bonus that came with Code Napoleon?
Oh, something about did something to infantry and then made all your buildings prohibitively expensive, which then, meh.
Yeah. Grenadier Church Technologies. These technologies will now send powerful grenadiers instead of regular ones. Okay, so they get 10% boost. Cool. Additionally, they neither grant direct Grenadier upgrades anymore, nor will they use the misleading Imperial prefixes for Grenadier names any longer. Young Guard now fully enables Grenadiers at the Artillery Foundry instead of researching veteran Grenadiers. Okay, so they got Grenadiers taken away from them at base, and you need the Young Guard card to get them now.
Yes, and they're available at age 2 with this,
Yes.
which is, I think they were only locked to age 3 for France before.
Middle Guard now researches Incendiary Grenades instead of granting additional hit points and damage. Old Guard researches Grenade Launchers instead of Incendiary Grenades and Guard Grenadiers. Very cool. Okay. Cards, Thoroughbreds, now reduces the cost of all cavalry units in the stable. Previously only cursing. Good God, that's terrifying. Way to just make me feel bad about Georgia Hussars again, game. Alright.
Yeah.
Grenade launchers removed from Home City, so you have to get the church card in order to go Grenadiers. Which is still hella worth it now that they got buffed to have 3 times the fucking melee damage.
Right. Yup. Hear this? Oh.
Team Lohu. Previously Team Church. I've heard of both ways. Moved to H1 and now improves the global XP trickle for the entire team by plus 0.1 per second instead of reducing the cost of church-like buildings. Thank you. That's way better.
Cool. Oh, especially if you're Italy too. You know, that's a 20% XP trickle buff to your 2 basilicas.
Yeah, yeah. Or like if you're, imagine if you're Malta and you get 3 churches. That's like, oh, that's a pretty big buff right there. To go from 0.7 to 0.8 per second, that's 2.1 to 2.4 per second.
Yeah, that's significant. You know, truly.
It's probably still not going to be people's like in anywhere near people's H1 set though, unless they have a specific teammate who really benefits from it.
You know, but again, it's just adding options to a civ that was kind of solved. You know, France had been basically explored fully, so a lot of the old time people are probably going to be maybe a bit upset or a bit confused, but I think a lot of newer people kind of slept on France because it wasn't, you know, jazz hands exciting DETM as the newer civs, and so this is adding a lot of life into an older civ. How it turns out in the long term, nobody knows, but this is really interesting, a lot of the stuff.
Long range infantry hit points now applies to Musketeers. Cool. Fencing School, this card now sends 3 Royal Musketeers for the French, and is now called Royal Fencing School. Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's the same card with 3 Musketeers. Kind of cool.
That's cool. I like that. It makes it gives more incentive to sending the card early.
Yeah, and flavor. You know, just a cool little flavor pack.
New French Royal Army enables your Musketeers and Halberdiers to benefit from combat promotion. Yeah, this is the one we saw. And yeah, that's terrifying. That's horrifying.
Plus, remember the long-range hit points. So in Age 4, they're promoting with, you know, an additional 15% stats. So they're basically Royal Guard plus.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that said sent sissies, and I was like, they should really rename that card.
God.
Suisses. Increases armor and hit points of pikemen, halberdier, and crossmen by 10%. That's okay, sure.
Yeah, it gives a little bit of legs to the old Pike Expo rush. So probably niche, and probably telegraphs your opponent what's about to happen to.
The resistance actually probably puts them well over even.
So I don't know if this is going to be meta, but it's there.
It probably puts them well over even Malta H2 crossbows with the extra resistance.
Yeah. It's a nice card, you know, and like you said, it gives life into one of the oldest rushes in the game, you know, which is the French Expo Pike Rush. So cool.
Malta is now not going to have the uncontested best H2, 3, 4, and 5 musketeer in the game. Well, crossbow in the game. Well, they still have the uncontested best crossbow in 4 and 5, but you know.
Yeah, although ports are, you'll see.
Okay. Ancient Regime. The House of Bourbon grants access to its royal units, upgrades, and 2 technologies in the Royal Embassy. Bourbon units now cost population when acquired from the Royal Embassy or the home city. Cool.
Yeah. Basically adds the native house of Bourbon into France.
Okay, so they lost all balloons. Your explorer gains the ability to use a temporarily hot air balloon for reconnaissance. Nobody sends that card. Hot air balloons can be called more often and can stay longer in the air. Mercenary Cars. Okay, cool. They got Irish Brigadiers, Giant Grenadiers, Armored Pistoliers, and Saladas. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Technologies added a new revolutionary France option to the town center. A powerful villager revolution that can be enhanced with additional upgrades and unit cards. What does this do exactly?
Okay. So everyone said that France needs revolutionary France, right?
Is it like a new
revolt.
Is it a new? Okay, so it's a new revolt. Okay.
And you can like double revolt. Almost like Mexico's Yucatan into Maya.
Okay.
It's nuts. You could probably do an entire video on it. If you are one of those people that have been asking for this for a long time,
I haven't.
it's probably incredibly unbalanced, to be honest, but there's a lot there. And again, this is a completely new spin on a civ that was basically just settled. So
okay, I will take a look at this and probably make a video for it if you think I should.
I think you absolutely should. There's over 30 card options for its final form.
Okay, and then like everybody else, the Inventor got replaced with a coalition that delivers 18 Royal Musketeers. And then they also got rid of the Mohawk one, the one that delivers, what is it, 7 Tomahawks? Then they got Mercenary Contractor, enables taverns to make mounted riflemen and royal horsemen. Oh my god, that's super good. Are you kidding me? That's so good!
Yep. Thankfully, the mounted rifleman was nerfed pretty heavily, but it's just good. Again, this France can do whatever it wants now. It was already a civ with probably the best cavalry, probably the best skirm, one of the best ecos, every sort of playstyle available to them, and they've just really gained throughout this without any nerfs.
Yeah,
so
they really have just done nothing but get slightly better in every category. Which, honestly, I'm fine with, because France's whole thing is that we can do everything really well, we just need a lot of card investment to do it. And then, as everything continued to get updated, France was kind of left behind because, well, now everybody can do everything really well with some card investment. But, so just giving France a couple buffs across the board without, like, scaling into one thing really hard or adding crazy new mechanics, I think is, like, pretty much exactly what they needed, because, like, that was what France was all about in the first place, is we can do anything really well, we just need lots of cards to do it.
I will say France was already pretty popular and powerful at the higher levels of gameplay, and this might break the civ. So if you're like a competitive-minded player, you definitely want to keep your eyes out for France and the builds coming out of it in the next couple of months or weeks. I think at a more lower level with someone like me who's
specifically
brain is relatively smooth, it's going to be a lot.
Promotion one is insane.
Yeah, just promotion and having all these merc options and then having this super revolt. France is definitely, I think, from every level. At the lower elos, it was more difficult to get the most out of France because you really have to understand game mechanics and tempos and the shipment systems to get the most. They've got some absolute haymakers now, so keep your eyes out.
Germans, for all you who have been missing some serious Holy Roman Empire vibes, we got you some gifts. Something German.
And if you've been asking for Prussia and Germany to be separated, well, I think the devs just gave you your answer.
New Prince Electors. You may choose a German royal house as an ally that will allow you to recruit and upgrade units at the royal embassy. Okay, so they're making this a standard fair thing.
Correct. This is also popping up Age 2 currently in the deck. No idea if that's a glitch.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we've already talked about this one. Reduces, and then a new H3 card replaces war wagons in your stable with Whittlebash Chevaliers. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend.
It's a goon. So Germany now has access to a goon.
Just a normal goon?
I don't know all their special stats off the top of my head, but
I'll probably make a video for this as well, honestly. But like I don't know why you would want to replace your war wagons, man. War wagons were like always so famous. It's like being cool German shit,
Oh, but some war wagons can be a little iffy at kiting. They are very expensive.
That's true. That's true.
I think this just gives Germany some options. I have no idea if this is OP or not, depending on their stats. I'll have to try to pull it up.
Right, I'll definitely have to make a video for this one. New Circle Army, age 3, 100 food, infinite card that sends different German Royal House units each time. So it goes from 5 Black Brunswickers, I think those are Musketeers, to 4 mounted infantry and 2 Cuirassiers, and then probably back again.
Yes.
That's kind of cool, actually. I like these kinds of cards. They're fun, you know. Then we have Strandmost Host Reform. Oh my god, this sounds so German. All of these.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh.
Alright, crossbowmen are fully replaced with Landwehrers at the barracks, home city, and on the map. Landwehrers are riflemen that inflict higher base damage at the expense of less bonus damage. Okay, so these guys are a cross between a skirmisher and a musketeer, then.
This is almost...
20 base damage, 4 speed, 100 HP is not very much.
But they're crossbows that instantly tech into a rifle unit. This does give Germany a little bit of incentive to hang out in H2.
1.1 damage against... 1.1 damage. Okay, so they're like total damage, like 16 with a higher multiplier to 20 with the lower. Their total damage to heavy infantry hasn't changed. Their damage against everything else has, basically.
Correct, and they probably will still get counter infantry rifling. So
I don't see this as broken. They have like the same base HP, the same resistances, the same speed. They just basically this card just makes it so that they do equal damage to heavy infantry, but higher damage to everything else. But it's,
right,
you know, when you compare this to like, you know, Malta's crossbow, that's still gonna be like it's still nowhere near that level of insane, you know.
Yeah, but it's Germany. Germany already gets a buttload of shipments and a buttloads of units. So, you know, I think it's in conjunction with different things.
Well, like, the thing I see about this is it doesn't actually ship any units. It's going to come with Uhlans, obviously. It's going to come with 3 Uhlans. But it's not going to be one of those things. This isn't going to be something they immediately send. They're going to want to send 9 skirms and 8 skirms first. You know, they're going to want to send their war wagons. This is going to be something that they send later, after their pushes, probably.
Right. Unless
they just really want to change all of their units into all of their crossbows with these guys. I am kind of curious about whether or not these guys shadow tech. At the barracks, or if
I don't believe so, but something else to consider. Remember, Germany's weakness used to be when it runs out of gold. These things still cost 40/40.
Ah, very cool. So that gives them a late game option. Then that was kind of like my big issue with Germany, is that like once it gets to the late game, you're fucked, because you don't have a super good skirm, you don't have a super good late game goon, you don't have any musketeers. Just, you know. So I'm all for this, because with the ally card, you can pick some like H2 musketeers that you can keep with you throughout the game, and then with this they have I am all for these changes, honestly. Like I love these.
I don't know. Again, from a balance perspective, though, remember Germany was always an A tier kind of civ, with the weakness being that their power spike was on a timer. Mm-hmm. You've effectively blunted that timer, and so few civs could survive the German FF, or German H3. This is giving Germany like a little bit less of a drop off, depending on what strategy it pulls. So whether it's OP or not, I don't know, but my instinct is definitely like you're giving a civ tools that it was designed not necessarily to have without any sort of drawback. So time will tell if this is within the limits and I'm just being, an old fuddy-duddy, or if, this is just a step a bit much, because the rest of Germany you'll see too is also...
They got 20 and 24 crossbows, which could fully turn into 24 landwares. It could be fun. Mercenary Camps, H3. Upgrades taverns into mercenary camps that can be built in higher numbers and offer a fixed assortment of German mercenaries. The mercenaries added are Landsknecht, Jaeger, Giant Grenadier, Black Rider, Panda. Jesus!
Yeah.
1 mercenary camp equals roughly half a tavern. Okay, so that's talking about the coin trickle, I'm assuming. The limit increases by +3. So you get basically, you get 2 taverns worth of coin trickle with 4 taverns worth of training output. This better cost resources to send. Okay, Witchhammer sends 3 Inquisitors, allows the hiring of Inquisitors from taverns, town centers, churches, and outposts, +2 Uans. Bro, I need to try making an Inquisitor build with Germany. It's not map dependent anymore. Yes, it's back.
It can even pop out of outposts too. So
yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. I am all for this. 3 Inquisitors and 2 Uans is a pretty good H2 shipment. Alright.
Yeah.
Death Ride, H4, 1000 food. Replaces all Uans with Guard Token Cop Hussars, consuming only 1 population slot. Oh, these are the shitty fucking, like, Hanover allies or whatever that Malta get. I hate these things, although they are significantly better after their recent update. Instead of Uans, you receive extra one of these. Why would you want that? Your Uans are so good.
It's pop space thing, because you still basically, you know, it's almost like turning your stuff into Cossacks, if you think about it. You're gaining pop efficiency. It is an H4 card. It's, you know, 1000 food. You also receive, you know, 4 extra Toten Cop Hussars. So I think this is a card specifically to give Germany an even more pop space. And considering that Germany already likes to go to like 120 sometimes with the wagons, possibly up to 140 even if they so feel, like this is giving, again, the Civ that was on a timer, their late game economy and military balance, some improvements.
Okay, cool. March Revolution, 1200 of each resource, H4. All German settlers and settler wagons pick up arms and turn to revolutionaries and guard hussars. Oh, that's cool. So the settler wagons turn to hussars. Neat.
Yeah.
Mediterranean Mercenary Army, card replaced with 9 weapon. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. New mercenary cards, Irish Brigadiers, Pandors, and Bosniaks. Okay, so they're adding them to everything.
Basically.
Adventures removed, age 4 politician, delivers 16 musketeers. Gotcha. Haudenosaunee, the healer let the chief know that these renegades seem more inclined to cooperate. The former ones weren't that wise. Are they finally gonna, like, make the Haudenosaunee support cards, like, worth a damn? Please?
No. No.
Okay, discovery travel at dock construction rate reduced from 0.66 to 0.35. Oh. War Chief skin, fixed the missing musket. Cool. Musket Rider now only have 20% range resist, down from 25. And their anti-artillery multiplier has been increased to 3. Okay, cool. Technologies, cooperation now improves the discount on coin cards by 25%, up from 15. Cost increased to 250 food and 250 wood. I don't know what this was a tech from.
For the Alliance and for the Mercs, reduced cost, so not really worth it. Again, this, if there's for Supremacy, maybe for 3v3s or treaty or different modes perhaps, but...
And then the villager one got changed quite a bit, actually. So it's split between villagers and healers now. So you can, wow, if you go from the industrial to the impure, you can just fully get all 10 of your healers in one go and just have a powerhouse of a community plaza. That's pretty cool. Granted, you're gonna want to age with this way sooner than that, but still. Beaver Wars adds 0.15 siege resistance to mantlets, down from 0.3. That's fair, I suppose. That was an insanely good card. Renegade Dutch, Renegade French, okay, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this was a typo, by the way. It was not 20 Veteran Cuirassier before.
Hausa. The thriving Hausa music scene is evolving from solo artists to boy bands. Trade routes. Influence is no longer available. Yep. Griot, reduced hit points. Okay, cool. Oh, by quite a bit, by 100.
That means cannons now one-shot them, I believe. Or
yes.
Close to.
Yes, they do.
So,
no more 100, it's 100 with it 3 times. So, yeah.
Yep. No more dooting and face tanking cannonballs.
Cards. Hand cavalry hit points. Moves to age 2 from age 3. Okay. Villager wood trickle whilst gathering from the field reduced to 5% of the resource being gathered, down from 10%. Okay. Loyal warriors added to home city. I believe this one increases build limits of natives.
Either that or outlaws. I forget which one, but yes.
Sahelian kingdoms moved to age 3. Okay, I don't remember what that one did. Sudanese changed dervishes. Maigadi hit points improvement reduced to 20% from 25. Fair. Emir of Katsina now provides a town center wagon instead of trading post wagon. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're slowing down.
Wait, they have an H1 card that provides a town center wagon?
No, tower wagon.
Oh, okay. Tower wagon, okay.
So they can get their outlaw build up a bit faster, but it does reduce the influence curve a good deal, which has been a major focus of devs with the African Civ since that's come out.
Fulani migrations. I'm trying to go through these a little bit faster since we've been here a while. And also, I don't play Hausa.
Yeah.
Reduce the long range attack to 21 from 22. Okay.
And
cool.
this is like, thank God. Like I'm so for some of the range inflation in this game has been pretty silly with skirmisher units.
Yes, I've noticed that as well. Skirmishers have gotten stupid good as a class.
Exactly, and even though this is a light, an archer class, right? It allows the centerpiece, longbow and also forest prowlers, kind of be like the tip at the top. So, nice change.
Inca, pick up your dusty mace, not the small one, the big one, and be at the ballpark on time at sunrise. Is that a movie quote or something? Nah, whatever.
I'm not sure.
Inca Warchief, building rate for Stronghold reduced to 1 from 1.5, but now increases by 0.25 with the Industrial and Imperial ages. Awesome! The Inca Warchief can't just build a fort in like 40 seconds anymore. Thank fuck.
Yes. Again, I know Inca have been nerfed a lot. For those Inca mains out there, it's a tough time, but all you can do at this point is hope that the mechanics that everyone else found infuriating to play against opens up space for Inca to get some meaningful changes.
Build rate reduced to 2 times from 2.5 from the Stronghold. Okay. Now benefits from the target lock feature, the Bolus Warriors. Oh, that's actually a really big benefit to them. That's huge, actually.
Actually, because they snare, so...
Yeah.
Nice little bonus.
Especially, yeah, because they snare from range. You're totally right there. Wow, this will make it so that nobody can escape Bolus Warriors once they start hitting you. My god.
Yep.
Maceman now benefits from the target lock feature. Really? Oh, okay, cool. Hit points reduced to 325 from 400. Cost reduced to 100 food, 100 coin. Oh, thank God. This was Cuirassier price, and they are no Cuirassiers. At
they are still
siege resistance. Oh, interesting. They
still
don't, yeah, they still don't sound that good.
Yeah, they should come down and pop, especially because they're innate. Unlike Dops or Hospitallers, they're actually hard to make. They're an elite unit. That's just my 2 cents, but it's a step.
Concha houses now support 16 population slots, up from 15. Oh, this means I think this allows Inca to actually reach 200 pop with just its houses, because they weren't able to do that before.
Correct. They would cap out at 185 for reasons.
Priestess from Fortress Age conversion range now improves by plus 4% per age, down from 5, and the conversion delay now reduces 1.2 per age, down from 1.5. Cool. Cards, Harakas reduced. Harakas now also gain 10% siege res. That's important. 5 Macemen, cost reduced, thank God. 7 Macemen increased to 8. No longer reduces Macemen cost, but now improves both resistances by 5% and sends 10 Macemen. Cool. Now enables priestesses to gather crates and pick up treasures. Nobody's gonna do that anyways.
It's an option, quote quote.
Now improves priestesses hit points and no longer enables priestesses to wait. What? Now so you just revert it. No longer improves priestesses hit points and no longer enables them to gather pick up treasures. Instead, instead boosts their range. Oh, okay, gotcha. I understand.
Yeah, and it gives them damage, I think, still to explorers and mercs. So it's a thing.
Yeah. Macemen now converted into guard soldados instead of light cannon. Oh, this is what I hear Inca soldados about. That's kind of sad though, because the Tupac, that was my favorite thing to do with Tupac Rebellion, is to just ship Macemen, and then turn them into an army of light cannons.
Yes, I think a lot of people enjoyed it, except for the other guys against you. But again, like it's kind of sad. This was definitely not an OP card. This was just like a
because Tupac
WTF
Rebellion
card.
costs like 2,000 of each resource. It's fucking stupid.
And you lose it. You know, your whole eco goes vanishing. So I don't know.
Native treaties no longer synergizes with the American Allies card. Whoa!
Yeah, this is huge.
That's whoa! I was not expecting that. That's insane.
For those that don't know, the Inca native rush, you know, the treaties ships one of every ally. But this just basically cut the native rush in half.
By a third.
Yeah, or a third.
Because they're gonna grab 2 allies from the map. So this gave you 3 allies worth of units ships. Now it's only 2, assuming they grab 2 different natives on it.
And this was kind of the last shtick that Inca had left. So this Civ is definitely, it's going to be in a tough spot. Maybe with some of the other meta changes, they have some new opportunities, but...
It looks like they're trying to encourage priestesses, but like that's not enough to account for every other nerf that they have here. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, 10% siege resist doesn't stop the fact that Falcons still, like, blow Rocca away, so...
Indians. Rocket is not an ingredient of curry, but if your grazing cow likes it, then you better eat what has been served. The fuck are these quotes? These make no sense.
I think they were just having fun.
Carni Mata Wanderer. Economic bonus increased to 15% from 10. Yes, awesome. Gather range aura increased to 46 from 36. Yes, awesome. Aura range now displayed when placing it. Yes, awesome.
Yes, seriously, seriously.
Oh my god, yes, thank you, Jesus. Okay.
Right.
Or I suppose thank you, Gandhi.
You know,
Sacred
Vishnu.
Field, cost reduced to 200 from 250. Bounties recalculated. Hit points improved to 14. Okay, cool. They get their Sacred Fields cheaper. Mahout Lancer and Mahout Lancer Mansabdar. Obstruction radius reduce. Okay, so they're getting a pathing increase.
Yes, because their pathing is just legendarily
It's so bad. Trample damage reduced to 20 from 18, and area of effect increased to 3. Oh, cool. So they get more splash.
Yeah, a little bit of love.
Wagner, the pet white tiger, now inflicts 1.3 to light infantry. Oh, that's cool. Sepoy Mansadar, train time increase. Oh, wow.
Yeah, nerfing the age 2, you know, Sepoy rush, just a tiny bit.
And then buffing the age 3. I like it.
Yeah.
Technology, crushing force. This was okay. Yeah, this was the church tech that improved stomps. In addition to increasing the Brahmin stomp chance, this technology also improves the hand damage of all elephant units by 20%. What the fuck? That's a 20% elephant damage. But oh my! Oh, I am in love, dude. I am in love. Elephants are awesome again. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, this is, you know, again, I think going back to giving India some more late game options.
Yes.
You know, elephants were so pop inefficient that you basically popped your shipments and hoped to win. And I think this gives you a little bit longevity. Again, balance. If you haven't heard the theme by now, no one knows what balance even is anymore. So time will tell if it's a meta card or not, but definitely worth a look.
Consulate French relations. Oh, cool. Because these were like really weird. The French relations, because the French crate shipments were changed to like specifically balance China, and then they just threw India by the wayside, who depended on the coin crate for part of their like for part of their fast fortress, you know.
Correct.
So 3 techs which grant resource crates have been adjusted as follows. Now, does this affect China as well, or was this just India?
I do not know. I'll have to actually test that out.
Because I actually use French relations in Age 1. I use this tech in Age 1 as China when I'm doing my when I'm doing my Iron Troop fast fortress.
It might be worth, you know, still, to be honest, like I said, as a China man, or China lame, I think that a blockhouse is still probably the way to go for opener or the German tech. But you're right, this for like a FI or FF might give a little bit more boost to China. I do not know. I'll have to check.
Okay, so no, they are separate then, because look, this says they're all age 2. Because for China, their ages 1, 2, and 3. But for India, they're all age 2. Interesting. Cards, grazing, now also enables sacred cows to generate coin at 0.075 coin per second. Still a shit card. Conscript Sepoy, now improves infantry training time by 20%. Card renamed Zemindars. Okay. So they finally have access to even a single train speed card. Yay.
Yep, finally.
Mughal architecture. Building construction time improvement reduced to 30% from 50%. Wonder build time adjusted accordingly. Okay, so, interesting. New Infinite 2 Malzerian rockets age 4 sends 2 powerful rockets. Cool. Sure, they get
it's infinite too.
Oh, it is infinite,
so,
right.
A nice little, boost to, again, that kind of ultra late game that India's sort of notoriously struggled in.
Mm-hmm. New Rocketeers enables arsonists in castles and upgrades them to Rocketeers that attack units with rockets at longer range. Oh, cool. So they get, like, fire throwers.
Yeah, basically.
They get mercenary fire throwers. That's cool.
Yep.
New foreign trading companies adds an export. Well, except the arsonists, I think, still have the heavy infantry tag like grenadiers do.
Oh, interesting. So it's okay. Yeah, this will take playtesting, but again, we're adding options to a civ that was basically solved.
I'm probably gonna make a video on this card as well, honestly. New foreign trading companies adds an export trickle. Oh, this is an H4 card, and reduces the cost of consulate armies. But all Indian units now cost slightly more resources. What? No, that's bad. And the trickle's not even good. It's H4. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it can be comboed with good faith agreements.
Can you imagine, like, upping an elephant cost by 5%? No.
All I can think of again is the adding it with good faith agreements. It might have some synergy there, because then your consulate armies are going to be cheap and pop fast. Whether it's worth it or not, I don't know.
Yeah, but you're going to have to wait until H4.
Yeah, it could be a treaty or, team game card.
Mughal elephant armors. Yeah, we know about this one already. New Indian gunpowder. Sepoys are cheaper and train faster, +1 villager. Cool. Oh, that's an H4 card. Oh, that's cool. So it's another train card for Sepoys. Wow. So they increase Sepoys train speed, but then give you a whole bunch of options to produce it. That's cool.
Yeah.
War Dows. Ships 2 War Dow Mercenary Warships. Cool. I keep saying cool a lot.
Because it is. I mean, this has so far been just an absolutely great.
Yeah, it's all these changes for India are very positive. I like that, especially the Carney modded changes.
I guess from a balance perspective, again, our competitive guys, if you've gotten through so far and you haven't had an aneurysm or a heart attack, just skip this Japan section. Just skip it. If you're a certain Dutch friend of ours, just skip
Japanese,
this.
47 is much better than 42. Shrine, gather rates reduced by 5%. Yay!
Yes.
Gather rates improvements granted by upgrades such as Heavenly Kami are the same as before. Okay, cool. Monk may now reconstruct destroyed dojos after sending either dojo card from the home city. Yes! Yeah, awesome. Oh, smokescreen ability now shares the same cooldown for both monks. Fuck yes! Oh my god. Now both monks can't just disappear. I can still get one of the fuckers.
There is a person once on Reddit who tried to argue that Japan would literally be unplayable if you couldn't independently prove.
I remember
you remember
ranting about this guy. Yeah.
Oh my god! So if you're out there, I won, fucker. And Japan mains in general, you knew this was bullshit. Don't even try to defend this. I know your civs received a lot of nerfs throughout the years, including the shrine change, but this fucking shit right here needed to. This is the most mild of things they could have done.
Oh, samurai are now the taking the title from Hospitaller as cheapest DOP unit. That's sad. Ashigaru, shock infantry multiplier on the melee increased. Okay, sure. Just give Ashigaru more buffs. The 47 Ronin card. This is such a.
This is fucking silly.
It's such a silly card. I love it though. Age 2, shrine hit points by 15%. Oh, that's... Nobody's going to send that, but it's cool if they have the option.
Like I said, the 47 Ronin, just to give an idea, remember, Masterless Samurai Guardians, these things have no weaknesses, except to explorers and, the most random of revolts.
Yeah.
So all of your
They also
villagers
don't have
and shrines.
like any multipliers though, even against Cav.
Correct, but they have no. I don't even think cannons get a multiplier against them.
They're kind of like Marines in that kind of way. They're like Marines.
Yes, Marines, which
Except
I'm sure everyone.
like, without good siege, I don't think.
Yo, no, they have good siege and good hand attack. Their siege is like 38.
They're like melee Marines then. Interesting.
Yes, great. Everybody was like, "Yay, Marines from Japan."
2 times non-bond trade grants 500 export. Oh, so that's a weird one. 350 wood and 350 coin for 500 export twice. That's a really weird card. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. Lakota, so much battle anger. Better save your resources and sit around a fire if you intend to court more winters in the future. Wall bonus. The damage bonus of Lakota units against walls is now properly being displayed on the unit statistics panel with a previously missing wall multiplier icon. The TP aura no longer increases the range of artillery. Cool. I didn't know they could get artillery. Oh, right. Like, I suppose, like the converted mortars or whatever. 7 council fires added a 750 coin cost. It's no longer broken!
Yeah, it's still just incredible value instead of beyond, like, fair value. Now, again, Lakota, well, you'll see. Lakota takes quite a bit of hits. Again, I don't know if this is fair or not. It does seem pretty punitive, though. So, if you're a Lakota main, oof.
Units grant plus 40%. Units grant plus 40% and buildings plus 20% XP when created. Nice. Nobody's ever going to send that in Age 4, though.
Yeah, probably, again, a treaty or team card.
Yeah. 4 Axe Riders, reduced to 3 Axe Riders, sure. 6 Club Warriors, okay, sure. Reduce the coin trickle cost whilst gathering from huntables and herbables to 0.15 coin per second, and coin trickle whilst gathering from other reasons. Okay, cool. Sure. Technology is Battle Anger, Big Button, now improves the War Chief's damage to artillery by 0.6 from 0.9. Oh, okay, so he now 2 shots cannons instead of 1 shots them.
Correct, which, I mean, you know, the Civ does miss Cove, so they have Rifle Riders. This is a...
Big nerf, that's a big hit.
It is. It's a huge nerf. Whether you like it or not, it was kind of an iconic Lakota ability that has finally been changed. And, of course, the Mexico one, like, yes, even the devs have heard, I think, the general grumblings towards Mexico.
Chinako, damage bonus against artillery increased by 9,000%. Just kidding. They know the Chinako is broken, bro.
Yeah, they know. They just know. They're like, okay. All right, guys.
Melee damage multiplier against cavalry reduced to 1.25 from 1.34. Awesome.
You merely have a potential. Didn't we count it out to 8 possible anti-cavalry options for Mexico available in Age 2 through various means? You went from 8 to 7.
You didn't count it with me.
Oh, we did it in the Discord.
I suspect that Hussar will actually win against Chinako now in a 1v1.
Correct. It's not a huge swipe, you know. They still do better than traditional Lancer in melee, so I think it's a healthy breakpoint.
Now exchanges all current wood for 25% on coin, down from 30. Now boosts Chinako attack by 10% down from 15. Cost of 100 wood added for the duration of the revolution for advanced frontier defenses.
Finally.
Miko Han Fisherman will now check for a water spawn point. Okay, sure. Now boosts fort's attack and attack range and line of sight by 6 down from 8. Oh, that's a pretty cool card, actually.
Yeah, that one's kind of a bummer, but you know.
Ottomans, Selam. Okay, this is the big one, right?
Yeah, this is no longer Ottomans. This is Turkmens or something. I don't know even know. I don't know what the Ottoman language would, you know, what they would call themselves. But the House of Osman.
To celebrate the arrival of Ottomans in Age of Empires 4, we have given the Ottomans in Age of Empires 3 a thorough makeover. Obus Gunner, range resistance improved. Fuck you.
Oh, you're not gonna make it through these next few minutes.
I hate all this gun so much.
Oh boy.
Okay, range damage reduced. Okay, so it's basically the same rate of DPS.
Just, you know, now they can actually sit in a ranged battle a little bit better.
They
Albus were
already
probably-
destroyed everything in ranged battles, though. They just standardized the fire rate. Okay, whatever. To accommodate for the faster rate of fire, the range damage multipliers have been changed to 1.75 to have 1 point. Okay, up from 1.5. So they do more damage to heavy infantry, less damage to light cavalry, more damage to ships, and lower damage to all cavalry, right? Oh, no, lower damage to only heavy cavalry. Shock infantry, artillery. 0. Times 3 to villagers from 0.25. So they just got a huge buff, basically, across the board. Terrifying. Melee damage multipliers have been removed, except for the 1.75 to heavy infantry. So, yeah, they do even better against cavalry and melee than they did before. Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah.
Unit tooltip and compendium article no longer describe Obus Gunner as an artillery troop, okay? This unit is now consistently referred to as the Obus Gunner instead of the Obus Gun, and received a new unit portrait to reflect this change. So, they improved Obus Guns a shit ton and then gave them a new... I hate this so much. I do. I hate this so much. I hated Obus Guns.
It's gonna get... Yeah. Just keep reading, bud.
New Azop H2. We added a new anti-cavalry unit into the Ottoman barracks. The Azop is a heavy infantry... is a heavy anti-cavalry infantry unit that costs 40 food, 40 wood. Next to a halberd, it is also armed with a bow to counter light cavalry at range. So, wait, they have a crossbow pike unit mix?
Yes, for the same cost with no downside. I'm already saying that this shit's just
that's
unnecessary.
Okay, 1.5 rate of fire instead of 3 with half the damage. That's better.
And of course, 4.5 speed.
4 times against range cap. What the fuck?
1.5 attack speed. It has the longbow animation, so it's about as crisp of a bow animation you could ask for.
The longbow animation is a really bad animation, though.
Not, for a bow unit, it's pretty crisp for a 1.5 one, like compared to the Aena.
And hand attack melee mode. This is a stupid good unit. What the fuck?
Yeah, this literally needs a pretty massive cost increase or something.
Yeah.
It's 4.5 speed too, by the way. Its weakness to infantry or skirms is mitigated heavily.
The same cost as crossbows and pikemen, and it takes the best part of crossbows and pikemen, minus the countering to heavy infantry. And granted, it is actually countered by crossbows, because it is a heavy infantry unit. What a weird unit, man. What a really weird unit.
Well, and when you consider how it rounds out the Janissary, look, Ottomans had a real weakness to dragoons in particular, and also, ironically, heavy infantry, or heavy cavalry. I totally understand that. I think that this is trying to address some of those concerns. I think this unit is just way too cost effective. Way too. It's literally a pikeman and a crossbow in one for the same cost.
Yeah.
It probably needs to be like a 60-60 or 65-65
and it's
or reduction of a
4.5 speed instead of 4.
Yeah. It needs to... This was, a good idea, but it definitely needs some refinement, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
okay.
they needed some changes.
Let's keep moving up. Settlers is now called the Yoruk for Ottomans, do justice to its unique training method and building mechanic. New visuals and portrait update. Yeah, we saw those in the picture up above. Very cool. Hussar, unit removed. What? Okay.
Keep going.
Delhi. The Delhi is a unique Ottoman Hussar. Compared to Hussar, it has increased movement and attack speed. Oh god. But do less damage and have less hit points. Cards and effects for Hussars now apply to Delhi's. The new royal card upgrade is called Rumeliets. Okay, so Delhi's. They have 5 less hit points, but way more speed. 25 attack at 1 speed, that's 75 at 3, whereas Hussar have 60 at 3, so this is a huge buff. What the fuck? Their Hussars got a huge attack buff, a very tiny HP nerf, and a solid speed boost. This is insanely good.
Yeah, this is right. My first instinct is literally like, again,
We'll keep going though.
Yeah, we'll just keep going, but this is probably a bit stronger unnecessarily. So
Grenadier unit removed. Nobody gave a shit. They all built obelisk guns anyways.
Well, guess what? Guess what they got now?
New Humbarsi. The Humbarsi is a new unique Ottoman grenadier, of course. Compared to a grenadier, it is much more effective against buildings and also artillery, because of course. But more vulnerable to infantry and cavalry. Oh, that's cool. Cards and effects for grenadiers now apply to Humbarasis. They have a royal guard upgrade for these guys as well.
Yes, they are not range 14 base, I believe. I really hope. I will have to check that out. But they have the siege resistance too, so that's where they're effective against artillery.
Yeah, that's effective against artillery. I see that. And then is that minus multiplier against villagers?
Correct.
Okay, and then -3 against shock, 2.5 against artillery. Damn, these guys are really good, actually. Because the thing about grenadiers is they were good against infantry despite having no multipliers against them.
Right, and
these guys. It looks like these guys have a lot less base attack than the normal grenadier.
And check out their hand attack though, because they're even more buff.
No area of effect though.
Right, but still, these things are gonna wreck musketeers in a one-on-one fight. They're just gonna run in and just start smacking them around. Again, the 4.5 speed. All right, that suggests that it's base because it would be 4.4 if it was military drummers. I am worried about the speed of these things. I think that's probably a theme. Speed in an RTS is one of the most important, if not the most important stat after range. And
yeah, it really looks like Ottomans is just one of the fastest civs in the game now.
Yeah, and with already one of the fastest mechanics in Eco, so, zoom.
These guys are replacing Minutemen, it looks like, or Militiamen?
Correct.
Compared to ordinary militiamen, is better versus heavy infantry and mercenaries, but worse against siege troopers. Oh, that's kind of funny. Which means Marines are going to kick these guys' ass.
Yeah.
Slightly faster and loses hit points less quickly. It also has lower hit points and range damage. Okay, better against heavy infantry and mercenaries, but worse against siege troopers. It still has the siege trooper multiplier, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gone from 2.5 to 1.5. I see.
Yeah. Different. I don't know if it's better or worse. It's just different.
Yeah, it's just different. They have less HP and less range attack. This is the first one where I'd say it's it's worse than its normal counterpart. Because militiamen have 200 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine with this one.
Okay, Fusiliers. I'll just give you the nitty-gritty, because I know we're trying to save time. Or the Nizams, yeah. They're trainable age 4 base, but they lost their ability to nuke all infantry to just heavy infantry, and their artillery multiplier, their heavy cav went from range to part of their melee only. So, scaled them down a bit, but they're no longer require New Order army to get.
Okay, got it. I'll just accept that and move on. Technologies: New Order infantry, Palace Intrigue age 2, moved to Fortress age.
Yep, there it is, basically.
What is this exactly?
This used to be the card that for 2,000 wood turned everything into not everything, but shipped 16 Fusiliers plus turned your Jan shipments into Fusiliers.
Oh, okay. So now it's Fortress age instead of Commerce.
Right, and then in age 4, if you do this, you could just train up to 15 of them.
Cool. All right. That's cool. Big fan of that. Imperial Obelisk Gunner now adds more range. Fuck you. Okay. The governor, age 2 politician, removed. Oh, really? They removed the governor. That's one of the staples. Imam, age 2 politician. This new commerce age politician costs 900 food and delivers a 1 mosque wagon, 1 imam, so that's a healer, and 150 coin. The mosque bill limit is also increased by 1. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a logistician by a different word.
Yeah, it is. Reduces not only the cost of Janissaries and Nizam Fusiliers, but now also their train time by 40%. Cigar roller removed. Textile mill added. Artillery hit points removed. Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm okay with some of the oddest changes now. They took away the artillery hit points and the team artillery attack.
Don't celebrate yet.
Oh, okay. Improves artillery, obus gunner, humbossery, and attack and hit points by 15%. Also regulates the dress code for Ottoman artillery units. What? Okay, so it changes.
So there you go. So it rolled it into one card.
No, it's so bad.
And there's another one.
Light artillery hit points now improves the hit points of obus gunners by 20. No! Fuck!
I heard you liked obus.
They made them so much better!
Yup. Battlefield construction. Woot woot. Those fucking anti-cav boys can now lay barracks everywhere.
Oh joy.
Irregulars is just a new name. That's the one with the
combat now also applies to his ops.
Yep.
Irregulars has been renamed to okay, sure. Improves 15 per H4 card that increases. Wow, they get so many upgrades.
Yep. So now Jans went from like a thing that kind of petered off around H4,
falling off. Good God.
Never falling off, and they had some eco buffs in there too, by the way. So the Civ is just a net massive buff.
Speeds up the train time and air release of your cavalry archers and his ops. Terrifying.
Faster train time for the Azops, so that's a 60% between the two cards that the Azops can be pumped out.
Nizam Fusiliers added in Aegis 3 and 4. Ships for Spahi, no changes, and adds 10% melee resistance to all heavy cav from the entire team. Cost increased to 1500. Okay.
This is probably needs to be nerfed to 5% resistance.
Yeah.
Just it, because it's a
for
team
the entire
card.
Team, that's insane. Town Militia replaced by the City Defense card. Yep. 6 Bosniaks, 9 Barbarian Corsairs, Elmedi, native changes, and times 2 Zebek. Okay. Portugal.
All right.
Oh my God! This is horrifying here. All right.
I think that the devs now. A lot of people are already saying that the devs are not going to do anything until spring. I'm assuming. I hope I am right that they will do no more updates, but that they will do hot fixes and patches, because a lot of these cards, as I'm looking through here, like including the Portugal and one of the French ones, is not even in the decks currently. So
cool. So we're just gonna skip Portugal and never go over it.
No, you son of a... I have suffered. I have donated so much ELO on the ladder. It is my time. I have so much. I love this Civ. It's such a tough Civ.
Were you already?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Were you already playing Fado music on your organ guns? No need to despair in your son. Here's some new music for your organ. Cool.
Yes. First things first. I've complained so much about how DE Civs have like auto-generating resources of various types, and we'll read on.
That causes your town centers to slowly generate resources. That 0.6 food, 0.3 food, wood, 3. Wow, that's good right there. That's a good
Brazil.
Card. Is this going to be like your first card in every game?
I don't know necessarily. Portugal's first card is kind of a wash no matter what, whether it's Eco Theory,
I'd probably
ATP,
I'd probably take this over Economic Theory, because you get your second TC like right away once you get to H2,
Correct, and then it's like a 3 res a second trickle.
Yeah, that's really good,
including XP, which is massive. I also think that there's a case to be made if you really want to do like a 6 TC corner little boom. You can. You're actually incentivized to spend the incompetence. I can't pronounce it. Whatever. This new card that adds the old card.
Stop talking. Yeah. We'll keep going.
Love this though.
3 organ guns instead of 2.
Yes.
That was needed. That was very much so needed. 3 organ guns. H4 is now infinite. Nobody's gonna send that anyways. Sends an increasing amount of upgrading falconets per age. Whoa, what? Sends 1 field gun, 3... Wait, does it automatically upgrade them to field guns?
I don't know if it upgrades all of them. Yeah, I believe it's just the one.
Okay, so it just upgrades the ones that it sends, not all of it. It doesn't give you the free upgrade. Okay. So it sends 1 field gun age 3, 3 field guns age 4, 5 field guns age 5. Is this an infinite send?
No, it only sends it once, and it's
So you have to
great
save
and
it for when you want to get the field guns.
But the thing is, a field gun for Portugal in Age 3, like that almost instantly wrecks 2 Falconet shipments that other civs have if they're going into. Portugal's only weakness was the rush.
Sweet.
This goes between this and 3 organ guns. Like Portugal just got a lot tougher, and it keeps getting better. Trust me.
Remove the display number on the card that implied the card sends 2 town centers. Only increases build limit. Okay, cool.
5
So
TC's Age 3.
That's awesome. Dragoon combat no longer affects SARS. That's kind of funny.
Because?
New Constable Age 3 improves the hit points and damage of all Portuguese melee units by 15%. Woo, that's cool.
And here's something, because I'm rarely right about the meta, but I'm saying it now. This card doesn't say it here, but it also gives spies a 15 and in a different stance, 24 damage. So this card also improves spies damage up to 15 base damage, 24 if they're in defend mode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Grape shot actually... Age 4. Oh, so this is coffee mill guns, but for organ guns.
Yeah.
It sets the fire rate of coffee mill guns to be exactly the same as the Gatling gun. And then it also increases the area of effect. Okay, so this actually makes organ guns worth it, basically. Like, the organ guns are still more expensive than Gatling guns, but they have more area of effects now with the same coffee mill gun rate of fire. This is a super good card right here. This is, oh, you thought coffee mill guns was a USA exclusive, think again. The card.
Mm-hmm.
That's super good.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say super good because the organ's still an organ gun, but with the target lock fixed finally, it goes a long way.
Yeah, this should put them pretty much at the same point as Gatling guns.
No, because Gatling guns never stop killing, and they have a better multiplier, DPS as well. This
sets their rate of fire to be exactly the same as the coffee mill gun.
Right, but you still have the overkill problem because the way that the damage is teched, that you're more likely to overkill one unit, where like what makes Gatling so good is because they do less damage per shot, is that they're able to kind of,
that
move that.
doesn't matter when the rate of fire is the same. And the area of effect is larger.
Well, they still reload too. Remember, coffee mill guns gets rid of that?
No, this is saying this changes their rate of fire. That's what I'm telling you. I understand exactly how coffee mill gun affects it. Grape shot makes it so that organ guns have coffee mill guns, essentially.
When I was testing it, it definitely did not have.
Okay. So it still has some reload. Okay.
Yeah, it has reload. So the rate of fire is still there, but you still have the reload animation.
Okay. Cool.
But
so Gatling guns are still king. Gatling guns are still king. Whew.
Yep.
All right. Improves Caravel hit points by 15%. Sure.
Yep,
Portuguese warships to train infantry. Cool.
Sneaky Caravel in the back.
Yep. Although they could just do that with the galleon anyways before.
Yeah, a little harder to sneak a massive boat.
Galleons aren't that much bigger than caravels.
All right, and they do. They're
cannoneers added in Age 2.
Yes,
Very
Portuguese
cool.
and cannoneers.
I like that. Organ gun, now benefit from the target lock feature. There you go. That's awesome. Ordnance Bestieros. The Royal Guard upgrade for Crossmen is now available by default and no longer needs to be enabled by the Papal Guard Politician. Does that mean the Papal Guard Politician is going to reduce the cost like it does for Malta now?
Yeah, they're free.
Oh, cool. Bestieros removed from church, replaced with 1,000 food, greatly improves the train time and hit points of crossbowmen and pikemen. 40% train time, 25% hit points. Man, the Des are really trying to make crossbowmen really good for lots of different
and they promote now too. The Bestieros promote.
Oh yeah, very cool, very cool. So yeah, the Des are really trying to make crossbows like make a comeback essentially.
And also with the +1 range is your Royal Guard pikemen have 3 range.
Oh, that is neat. The Mohawk Statesman Politician removed. It's an Age 2 politician. So going to Age 3 then. This new Fortress Age politician delivers 5 elite shuttle warriors. Oh, that's interesting. Russians. Are you going to send boyars or boyars? Oh, they got a boyars buff, didn't they?
A little bit. Kind of a nerf too.
Settler batch. Train time increased to 52 from 51. Okay. Westernization, cost reduced to 300 foot, 300 coin. properly counts to military score now. What did Westernization do?
It updated all of your units into veteran status.
Ah, cool. Inventor, age 3 politician, removed. New, the Royalist, age 4 politician. This new Imperial age politician delivers 18 Northern Musketeers. Cool. So all of the Imperial, all the European civs got Imperial shipments, basically, of units. I like that. Yep. Strelot Horde now also grants Strelotcy +2 range. Did Strelotz get renamed to Strelotcy? Because this is the second time they've made this.
Strelotcy is how you do the plural version.
Oh, okay, cool.
Spelling.
Boyars now grants +10% damage and hit points to Strelotz, Cossacks, and Opries, down from 15. Okay, so that's a nerf. National Redoubt now increases Musketeer hit points by 25%, up from 10.
This makes me sad. Anyone that's fought the Infinite Russian Flood knows what a pain in the ass this is. Again, balance-wise, I don't necessarily think it's OP, but it's definitely turning an already borderline busted unit possibly into the stratosphere, because it's basically an additional 10% buff to Musketeers. God,
this update is so big.
Yeah.
Sovnya notably increases the melee damage of cavalry archers by +5, and then they inflict. Yeah, that's the one we've already seen that turns them into Yojimbo. Economic theory removed from Home City.
Good balance.
1,000 wood added. Cool.
It helps in treaty games for Strelotz.
Infinite 1,000 wood even. Frontier defenses, rename the card, do detonets due to notably different effects compared to Frontier defenses card icon. Okay, sure. Nukta, ninjas, Fusiliers, new Pandors, new native shipments. Cool. Spanish, en serio. No one expected these changes.
Yeah, nobody did. So some of these are good.
Shipment bonus, shipment cost bonus reduced to 0.74, up from 0.72. Okay, so they get shipments a tiny bit slower now. Okay, got it.
Correct.
War Dog, cost increased by 5 food. That's fair.
Yep, way overperforming unit.
Marvelous Year, villager training speed improvement reduced to 33%. Increased to 33%. Okay, so Marvelous Year got better. Okay.
Yeah, for reasons.
Team 1 Falconet cost for removed. Sure. Economic theory removed.
Again, this really nerfs them, and Russia both losing this actually does make a huge difference in the long game. It's putting these already powerful early game civs a bit more on a timer.
Peninsular Guerrillas, Infantry as the age 4 card. Infantry attack improvement reduced to 20% from 25. Spanish gold got buffed. Hey, there we go. Yeah. They can never get this card right. One of these
days they'll hit the sweet spot, right? Statistically, right? After infinite times, they're bound to hit the true value.
Unction, moved to age 1. Sweet. My Inquisitor Rush now has more space in age 2. Yay.
Yep.
Team Inquisition, card moved to age 2 and renames Team Spanish Inquisition. Unexpectedly now that's putting this.
I think that's pretty funny. These were, although I guess if they're telling us, was it really this would have been the one thing they kept quiet on, and then could have had like a shadow thing. It just said, yes, we know about the Inquisition card.
I put Team Inquisition in my deck, in my Inquisitor deck, just because I'm like, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. It was just a joke card for flavor. Now it's officially a joke card for flavor. I love it.
Yep, it's cool. I think. Spain's already kind of a top-tier civ, so very, very gentle nerfs.
Stratiates replaced with Armored Pistoliers. That's interesting. Kind of a nerf, I think.
Basically the normal. You could probably just keep... you could do a whole card now for each civ. Or not card, but a video.
Yeah, you really could.
Now, Swedes are slight buff with the Settler.
Okay. Oh, yes, they got less food, but now they have an extra Settler, so that's just a pure buff there.
Yep, pure buff. Actually, it's pretty big buff.
Yeah, it's a 25-second buff then. Essentially, you just you're saving yourself 25 train seconds.
Yep.
Because that 300 food was going to transform into 3 settlers anyways.
Correct. It just really helps you get going.
Settler build limit reduced to 85 from 90. Hackapellet. The unit has been reworked into a light-range cavalry unit to give it a clear role next to hussars. Okay, so this is now just a goon, right?
It is like kind of, but it's look at its hand attack. So it's a goon that's better at melee gooning than shooty gooning.
Okay, but at least now it's a very clear anti-cavalry role.
Correct. It kind of doesn't make sense from like the history of it, because they're supposed to be a shock cavalry kind
Don't
of
care about
formation.
history.
Yeah.
Age of Empires is not a historical game. Don't be silly.
Sir, the Italian tank that conquered the Alps is finally in. How dare you?
Blackberries can now be sent infinite times. That's neat.
Yeah, that's actually a huge buff too, because it keeps the torps churning.
And it'll allow me to keep gathering blackberries from my enemy's torps.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For the fuck Sweden build order.
Exactly.
Platoon fire, Carolean cavalry bonus, damage bonus improved to 0.5 from 0.7. What?
Caroleans are now better at nuking cav. Yay!
But this is lower, right?
It's improved from 0.5 from 0.75, so I assume now it's probably 1.25 because of the way that they round things.
God, why? Caroleans are already the best musketeer in the game.
Did you not like the musket cannon combo?
They never made cannons. They just made muskets, and they kill everything.
Yeah, especially in teams, it's a solid combo. I don't know why it needed to be fair, at the highest levels, Sweden kind of would fall off from time to time, but
team
I don't know.
range
Like I said,
cavalry combat. This is
who knows what balance is?
No longer a team card, and the card effect has been updated to improve range, cavalry attack, and hit points by 15%. Previously improved range and speed. So this is a nerf to this card.
No.
Oh, wait, no, it's a buff.
No.
I see.
This is probably too much. It should be a 10%. It shouldn't be the equivalent of a combat card across the team. I don't think any other card does that. That is
insane.
You know.
That's stupid good. March of the Hackapellets no longer converts Hussars into Hackapellets. Instead increases Hackapellet speed by 0.25. And enables them in the Commerce Age. Gotcha. So nobody's going to send that.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
The Finn Horses. Hit point improvement for Hussars and Hackapellet reduced to 15% from 25. Oh, that's cool.
So
they lost
the team... Yeah, because the team... Exactly. It balances out the previous team card for Sweden. Everyone else is just
still
buffed.
A net game of 5%. Team Engineering School removed from Home City. Infinite 4 Dragoons removed. Infinite 8 Skirmishers removed.
Actually pretty huge, the Infinite 8 Skirms.
Yeah, that one in particular, at least. New 1 Foundry Wagon and 1 Leather Cannon, Age 2, added to Home City. Chase is gonna love that.
Oh, yeah.
Infinite 2 Leather Cannons added to Home City, because this means you can get an Artillery Foundry in Age 2 without going Logisticians. There's no reason to ever go Logi anymore.
Correct. Well, pre-tech, but yes, correct.
Infinite 2 Leather Cannons added to Home City in Age 3, and then 3 Leather Cannons in Age 3 added to Home City. Allotment system also allows torps to be sold to recover 50% of their wood cost. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Great Northern Forests tooltip updated to tremendously improves your torps at gathering wood by enabling them to gather from more trees as well as further away trees. Also, all existing torps spawn 3 trees. Fucking wonderful. Okay.
Warping.
4 copper mines may now be sent infinite times. Update to ship's port, prospector wagons, ships 2 thereafter. Gotcha.
Much more balanced.
Still a huge buff to it, though. Surstorming, H4.
No, it was always infinite, yeah.
Oh,
it was 4 before, now it's 4, and then 2, 2,
Well, no,
2, 2,
it wasn't infinite before. It says may now be sent infinite. So they've gone from having a 4 copper mine shipment to a 4 copper mine shipment that sends 2 from now on and is also infinite.
Maybe I'm getting it mixed. I know they have 1 infinite prospector wagon. I think they had a 2-1 as well. So it's okay. Save some deck space.
Build limit increased to 10. I'm not sure what those are. Vasa. Added cost of 1,000 coin. Effect updated to ships 1 battleship. Okay, gotcha. Contract Highlanders now replaced with Irish Brigadiers. Sweden gets access to H2 mercenary, H2 musket mercenaries now with Irish Brigadiers.
Yep.
they're no Fusiliers, but like they're probably, but these only cost 100 coins. They're way more reliable as like a trainable thing. Like
when they cost, I think 90 for Sweden because they have the discount.
Yeah, this is a stupid good buff to Sweden right here. This alone is insane because it means that you no longer ever have to deal with like the Carolean weakness of not being good in Age 2. You just make Irish Brigadiers, and then when you get to Age 3, you get to enjoy the best musket in the game with no downsides.
Yay!
So,
and the Drongo fans rejoiced.
Contract Fusiliers now replace the Contract Giant Grenadiers. That's super good. Carib allies, Cherokee allies. Okay, cool. Inventor, politician removed. The new imperial politician is 17 mountain troopers. Are those muskets?
Bavarian skirms, I believe.
Okay. Even a mammoth project comes to an end at some point. Okay, so they fixed the Indiana mammoth improvement.
You know exactly what's coming now.
Yeah. Oh, they got 100 extra food. Yay! I like that.
Buff because that's the end of the happy times.
Okay. State militia. I never built these anyways because they were they used to be OP, then they got nerfed, and now they're getting nerfed again. No, I never made these ever since they were nerfed the first time.
They were still way overperforming. This brings them in line with what they're supposed to be, which is basically a more snappy firing, tanky crossbow.
And group bonus cap reduced to 20 from 29. Inspiring flag damage bonus for state militia reduced to 7% from 9%. Sure. Settler build limit decreased to 85 from 99. Why?
Your third factory. That's why.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh. Just brings it in line.
So they get a third factory now? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The sharpshooter attack range and line of sight reduced to 21 and 27, down from 28 and 22. Okay.
Yep, just brings them in line. Like I said, the devs are really trying, I think, to keep those archetype like longbow and forest prowlers, being the top. So sharpshooters still great units.
Sharpshooters, they only got like one reduced range, and that's not bad. Too bad then. Although it is kind of a shame because sharpshooters' whole thing from the beginning was that they had really long range and
right. I mean, they still are range
and a 2.5 multiplier.
Correct. So they're still incredible units. They're just not as like. Instant win any skirm engagement.
State capital wagons now take 5 seconds to train, up from 2.5. Okay, that's fair. It was kind of silly that you could build the state capital before anybody could throw a single torch on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Just ding.
I play USA, and even I'm like, okay, yeah, that was silly. Imperial Volunteers now grant plus 40 attack and hit points, down from 50. Yeah, sure. French immigrants cost no.
Yup.
Hamiltonian economics no longer improves the market buy factor, but now refunds the cost of any market technologies that were researched prior to sending the car. Oh, that's better. That's a buff.
I mean, the buy factor, I'm sure, in certain strategies though. So it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. Improved buildings removed from home city. Nobody sent that. Higher Scottish Highlanders moved from home city. I've never once sent that card either, as a matter of fact.
Because now you have this thing, which is... You'll probably figure out a way to do something with this.
350 coin in Age 2. Okay, so we got Highlanders in Age 2 now. Ships 1 Highlander, gain plus 1 Highlander for each saloon, meeting house, and trading post. Oh, you're totally right. I'm going to come up with something for this.
Oh, this is your alley right there.
Imagine this with Chinese immigrants. You could do the Chinese immigrants and Arkansas Post combo to make the Chinese immigrants make the Chinese immigrants able to make saloons, meeting houses, trade posts, and markets.
Oh, joy! But no, I think it's interesting. I have no idea how the balance of this will turn out, but since my Portugal spies now do a casual 500 something damage to mercs, yeah, I'm cool.
This is almost like a direct reference to Arkansas Post. So the combo is Chinese immigrants into Arkansas Post into Scottish immigrants for an Age 2 Highlander push. That's the thing now. I am so gonna play around with that. This is gonna be its own video right here. This one card. New Jersey Seaports Now adds only 300 resources to resource shipments, which can be sent infinite times down to 400. Okay. Fixed an error in the calculation of age-up research points that allows the player to advance the next age faster than intended with statehood capital. Yep. We knew that one was going to get changed. I'm fine with it. I never once even used it, I don't think.
You are a better man than most. Again, you know who you are, USA players. You know who you are.
Kentucky Hunters ships 1 sharpshooter per shipment, sends in the game down from 2. Aww. Also, this is definitely a lie. This is actually part of an Age 3 state, This is part of an Age 3, the federal state, not an Age 4 shipment.
Makes sense.
Texan Forts. Texas Age 5 spawn rate for free units from forts is now 15% slower. Nobody used this in the first place! Ah! Okay.
And it's gonna stay that way.
Destroyed buildings now spawn 25% less Minutemen. The one I always use actually is Connecticut, because you can get the faster factories combined with every other faster factory card. Just makes factories produce heavy cannons at the most absurd rate you've ever seen in your life.
You know, this might be a treaty or, 3v3 kind of card. Like, my understanding is the USA was considered OP, so perhaps these are efforts to address it.
United States Marines will now add an XP bounty of 14 to Marines.
Fucking God. No! Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
That was always the biggest fucking meme of Marines.
Yes.
Is that they didn't provide XP
bullshit.
Bounty.
They don't give you no, fuck that. They finally. This is the first step in a long road to redemption for the USA creator.
Okay, but they
build.
They could have at least made it so that the Marines can finally be healed by healers.
No. Fuck you. Grenading, immune to everything but a fucking Lancer, dirt goddamn cheap, artillery blowing up, shadow teching, fucking no. I put my foot down here, right here, sir.
In all fairness, though, after you send Marines, you should be able to heal them with healers.
I think that this puts a unit that is already it's still fun. It still does all the things it does. It just doesn't literally steal the enemy of resources. They did the same thing with the Aztec militia. They're trying clearly that if a unit is killing stuff for free, that's bullshit. So this just puts it in line with literally every other basic fair mechanic in the entire game. I don't think they should be healed. They're already overperforming units. They're militia. They get them for dirt cheap. Maybe further tweaks can be had.
I still remember the time when some dude tried to Baja revolt me, and I sent Marines, and he was using he sent the one that gives you coin for XP if equal to XP bounty on kill. He wasted that shipment because he didn't realize that the Marines don't give him anything, so he got no eco for killing my units. It was the funniest fucking game I've ever played.
Funny for you, but I'm sure this poor guy uninstalled. Although he used a Baja Revolt, so my sympathy is low.
Infinite 2 culverins removed from home city. That's fine. Malta have 4 culverins.
And Infinity Horse. So, all right, Malta is very small.
Here we go. We're making some room in the commanderies. But
Condrus.
Be aware that you can no longer cancel your order. Commandery. Deployability may no longer be cancelled once in progress. Oh, okay, that's fine. No longer deals siege damage to fishing boats. Okay, sure.
Oh, okay, fucking why though? This one. Why?
Yes! Big guns!
No! Bad dev.
Good dev. Both my
This is dumb. It nukes. Okay. There's no reason it should be able to hit a culverin. It already hits everything else. This thing needs a range reduction, especially in Age 4. I know that Malta is weak as a civ, but this is just dumb. Nobody likes it. It's like when hand mortars touch your stuff, and it's the most obnoxious shit in the game, even though they're doing piss all for damage. Same thing against Colts. It's just dumb. And actually, unlike the hand mortar on infantry, it does a good amount of damage. This is, I'm going to say it, Malta needs a lot of love, but this is not the way, in my opinion.
Advanced Commanderies. Effect updated to Commanderies gain an additional garrison space. Thank you! And may deploy units more often. I like the Advanced Commandery card. I actually send it, unlike most people. The big problem with Commanderies is that they're limited to how many things you can put in a Commandery at once. This removes that. So now I can send whole armies of potentially 90 people. That's awesome.
I think that's fine. I think that's actually a really unique way to keep the mechanic like.
Yes, I love
good.
that so much. 1,000 coin added to. Oh my! I've been
Yep.
saying this from the beginning. Yes.
Yeah. Thank God you won't be laming me with big guns because you'll be too busy using your top hats, buddy. And I think this is a good change.
Honestly, I'm probably not going to change the top hat strategy because you need that fort shipment, you know? You need all the forts to get your top hats going. What this means is that there will be more Malta-fast industrial options that I can come up with rather than just the top hat one.
Yeah,
The top
I
hat
think
one will not change at all.
I think this is a healthy change to the Civ. I still
agree.
think the Civ.
I've been complaining about the lack of a 1,000 coin shipment forever.
Yeah, I think this is a really good positive change for the Civ. I still think the fixed gun is just lame to fight against often, but these are the changes Malta needs because we know Malta is kind of like hit or miss. It either like it plays into some civs extremely well, and other civs it's left floundering. It has a really low win rate because of that. So
okay, so
I think
viewers,
good stuff.
Look forward to more Malta-fast industrials in the future. All right, and then Colburn's reduced to 3. Oh, okay. This was such a broken shipment though, so like I don't mind. This was like the best like artillery shipment in the game essentially.
Yeah,
and they still have 4 falconets. They still have 4 falconets, so it's not all.
And now you can fast industrial, so you can get to those 3 faster.
Yeah. Italians, Mama Rise, the Pavis shield was so heavy, and it's time to lose some weight. Shipments, XP, cost penalty, reduce. Oh, cool. Oh, increase. No, it's worse. Poor Italy. Architects, hit points reduced. Lombard, hit points reduced. Ooh, poor Italy. Besieglery, stun duration of enemy units reduced. Poor Italy. I am perfectly fine with that, though.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like, you know, I feel like at least...
Fuck Besigleries.
Yeah, it's already one hell of a power spike, and the Dutes of Doom are, you know, obnoxious.
And ally speed increased 2.5 seconds from... I am so gonna... I might, like, change this into 3 videos at this rate. Jesus. Reduce bugle call sound volume. That's a funny nerf. I think I remember a Reddit post specifically saying, like, the bugle call is so loud and annoying, please turn it down. It looks like the devs listened.
Exactly.
Team Marco Polo no longer grants already looted resources to your team again. Card moved to H1. Oh! Sweet! The Team Marco Polo is back, and it's back, dude. It's back to H1.
Yeah, I think this is kind of cool. The card went from, like, way OP to almost never used.
And now it's in H1, but you're not going to get your treasures that you've already gotten in H1 again. You have to get new treasures. So, yeah, they fixed the card! Yay! Like, it's still a stupid good card, and it's still awesome, and it's still possibly OP, but it's no longer blatantly OP. And also, the Team Marco Polo was, like, the most fun thing about having an Italian teammate, so I am all for this change.
Yep.
And then they also got their 4 coals reduced to 3 coals. Imperial Besieglery now also grants 5% range res. Okay. Guard and Imperial Pike no longer available by defaults. Papal Guard, ages 3 or 4. This politician now enables Guard and Imperial upgrades for pikemen and reduces cost of Guard pikemen for free and Guard halberdiers. But you still need that H4 card in order to get the upgraded Pavasiers, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Royalist, this politician sends 18 Royal Musketeers down from 20. Neat. And then a whole bunch of new maps. Map set updates. Oh, we have a new special maps! That's cool. So the special maps includes all the really goofy stuff. I'm a big fan of this. I love this.
Yeah, and you can put it probably randomized too, so...
standard maps. Okay, so I'm not going to go over too many of the map stuff, but like standard maps, this is an important one. Added Bohemia, Pampas, Pipit Marshes, and Yellow River. These will probably be my next map overview civs, because not many people are going to be familiar with these maps, and they're going to run into...
To be fair, Bohemia, though, is the ugliest map in the game, but moving on.
Yeah,
the giant cross map.
This right here, these are probably going to be turned into videos for my channel, right here.
Cool. And then the rest of it, I think for the sake of time.
Yeah, we're not going to go over too many of these. I'm just going to do a quick scan.
Ooh, Hungarian Planes, that's a huge one. Having the third hunt nearby, because this,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Fix an issue where a pawn could fill the spawn. That's kind of funny. I think we're good. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Rest of it, they did add a lot of stuff to modding. You can add like up to 3 unique tags or something. So,
all right.
Yeah. Holy moly!
Jesus Christ, this was a long video.
This took longer than a Portuguese boom. Yeah, I will say, like I said, from a balance perspective, lots of concerns. I think there's a lot of stuff that was not very well play tested. I mean, literally, it was not play tested because they just dropped this on us without a PUP. But I think that the concept behind this is, look, they know that they're going to be working on other projects for a long time. We still have on the 25th a big announcement for probably what will be the next DLC. So they added cosmetic options for explorers. They've added so much life into these old civs. I think this is a really net.
It's a huge net positive, even if I hate Ottomans now.
I think the ranked, like, most people are not competitive. And I think for the vast majority of us, this gives you a reason to get back into your civs that you fell in love with. Check out all the new things. Dutch are a brand new civ. Germans are a brand new civ. French are a brand new civ. Ports are a brand new civ. Unlike Lakota, without reworking the core mechanics. It's like a net additive for most civs.
So real quick before we go, I'm obviously going to be splitting this into 2 videos. I'll probably do like the civ balance changes in one video and everything before that in another. There will also potentially be a video all about shadow changes, things that are undocumented, depending on what we find, if there is enough there to interest. And then obviously everything that I talked about that I would be turning into a video, I of course will. But thank you guys for watching. I don't want to waste any more time. This has been a long-ass video.
Yeah.
So have a great day, and goodbye. Thank you for joining me, Platypus.
No problem. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the Ulan Gaming, and check out our Discord.
Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This was, as ever, a ton of fun to make. If you enjoyed the video, please do consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out, and have a great day.